Hello, I'm Jason Rushing.
My name is Valerie Ball, and this is my paranormal experience.
So we were invited to Skellytown, Texas.
This feeling was so intense. This is the creepy hallway.
There is most definitely some type of a lingering.
Pretty sure you made it go off earlier.
Kind of like something went through the three of us.
I got spooked.
What was that?
What the was that?
This was changing color. It was changing sizes.
Whatever was here did not want me here.
But I could distinctly hear high heels walking down the hallway.
And I've never heard a response like this come through.
I actually witnessed this, but I did not tell my husband what I saw because I didn't want him to think I was nuts.
It was proven to me. They're here. They're around us.
He's traveling that distance in less than a second. He is moving that fast.
And I don't know if it's good or bad, ancient.
Whatever is happening in here, the attic is, my opinion, the heartbeat.
There's too much weird stuff that's happened to me. Maybe it's the magnetic field that I feel, and I can't explain it.
It was so intense, and it was so, you need to get out of here now.
It was foggy. It was misty. I've never seen anything like that in my life.
It looked like it didn't have a mouth or a nose.
All of a sudden, they see these fingers come across the door frame.
I was scared for my life at that point.
And it was smiling the most evil grin that I've ever seen.
Kind of makes you think that maybe it was an attachment.
Was this a case of mistaken identity? Or did we just witness something that we can't explain?
If I seem nervous, I am. It still has a hold on me.
I don't know how to put words to what I experienced.
It's just like we were being taunted by whatever it was that was up there.
It took me out of the 100% skepticism to 100% believer.
This is my paranormal experience.
The next chapter of our journey starts at a former elementary school in a small Texas town that has never been investigated by any paranormal team before.
So we were invited to go to Skellytown, Texas. It's like hardly even a dot on the map at this point anymore. There's maybe 70 to 100 people that actually live in Skellytown. We were invited to go there by an ex-marshal that used to service Skellytown.
Hello, I'm Jason Rushing, and this is my paranormal experience.
He had experiences at this old school building that was there that has now been inverted into the city hall.
To be honest with you, I was very skeptical about paranormal experiences and whatnot. I'd always heard about it, never experienced anything, so I really wasn't a believer in it. And
Jason had approached me about this particular investigation, and when he did, he was very hesitant to tell me about, the claims and what was going on, because he's very skeptical, and he was almost, it seemed, embarrassed about it because he didn't know if people would think he was crazy.
My experience happened in Skellytown, Texas, whenever I was the Skellytown marshal over there.
When I was the marshal here at Skellytown, I was typing a report up here one night at the city hall, which is the old school, and I was sitting there and I hear clicking.
He was writing a report one night, and he could distinctly hear high heel footsteps walking down the hallway.
I went back to typing my report, and I hear it again. I got spooked and went and checked, and there was nothing there.
I was sitting in my office here. These are your front doors. I always lock the doors behind me so nobody could come in.
Right.
I was sitting in there typing the report, and then I hear it like going down the hallway, going this way. And
you were in the office when this happened?
I was in the office. It was very distinct, high heel, walking. And I look out, there's nothing here. I go back to sit down.
Was this the point where you kind of had your gun on you because you didn't know what was going on?
Well, I was the city marshal here, so I always had my pistol with me.
Right.
And the second time I heard it is whenever I pulled my gun and looked out because I thought somebody had to have been in here with me.
He said it finally got to where it was so definitive and so loud that he had to pull his gun because he didn't know who was in the building. He thought someone was going to just walk in his office unannounced. It really scared him. So to know that a former police officer, Marshall, has actually pulled his gun due to paranormal activity, that's really alarming, and especially coming from Jason Rushing himself.
But I could distinctly hear the high heels walking down the hallway. Later on, I discussed it with some people, and they told me that they'd had similar encounters.
Come to find out, the city secretary, Valerie Ball, has also had her own personal encounters inside the school.
My name is Valerie Ball, and this is my paranormal experience. My old coworker and I were in her office, and we were working on some problems on the computer. As we were getting involved in it, we heard the security cameras go off and beep, and nothing was there. Well, then we just keep working, and all of a sudden, somebody grabbed the door to get in her office, which she kept locked. We looked at the door and looked up the security cameras, and nobody was there. So we looked at each other, both in shock that we both just witnessed and heard the exact same thing, and there's nobody in the hallway. There's no explanation for why that door handle would be going.
We go inside, we meet with Valerie, and she takes us to all of the major paranormal hotspots inside the building. Two locations that really stuck out to us was the creepy hallway, which is an area that no one goes in. A lot of people are terrified to even step foot through the door because they're afraid of the vibe that's there. So this is the creepy hallway.
This is the creepy hallway. This is where a lot of people get uneasy, bad feelings in this hallway.
When you walk in this hallway, there is most definitely some type of a lingering that's inside this hallway. And it goes all the way to the other end of the school, which is, around to the gymnasium.
I know past workers never wanted to come down here or even walk through it. It just freaked them out that bad.
Do they ever have experiences down here before?
They never mentioned anything, just that they didn't like the way it felt down here.
When you just look down here, there is most definitely something that lurks down there.
It's very black.
I don't know how to explain that, but there's definitely a lurking that's down there.
Some time went past. Another normal day. Had to stay late again. And on the guy's way out, I asked him to please make sure that the door was locked. I heard them lock the door, they left, and I'm working on the computer. And as time goes by, I start hearing a knock, and I hear it again. So I get this uneasy feeling that maybe the guys didn't lock the door or something happened. So I got up and I checked the door, and everything's locked. There's nobody in the hallways. So I know I'm by myself, and I start to work again, and I hear that knock again. And at this time, I'm overwhelmed with a feeling that I don't belong here, and right now I need to leave. And I've never felt that here. I've never felt scared. I've never felt uneasy, but this feeling was so intense and so overwhelming. And I just left in a hurry because I didn't belong here. Whatever was here and whatever was in that did not want me here.
As we continue our walkthrough, Valerie shows us another room that Scotty and I will be investigating momentarily. I still get that feeling when I walk in this room. It's very weird. I'm going to do an EVP burst session, which basically is, I'll do about a minute of a session and I'll immediately go into a review on it. Did you maybe feel that way when I walked in here earlier?
It's kind of heavy in here, isn't it?
It's very heavy in here. Like, I don't know what it is. Why do I feel that way? Is there something in here? Do you feel anything, Scotty?
Feels a little thick.
Yes, that's what I feel is thick. Periscope.
Can I ask you to make the periscope go off again? It's still sitting over there on top of that bucket. We're pretty sure you made it go off earlier, but I want to see it go off again just to make sure that that was you that did it. And if you don't feel like messing with the periscope because it's new to you, you can make a noise, any noise. I know that there's these 3 little thimble-looking things over here in this cabinet. If you're feeling up for it, you can, feel free to knock one of those down. That was a bug.
And it may have been a bug. I have no idea.
Well, I just heard that thing buzz up to my ear. Sound like a
I'm sorry.
sound like a crazy ass mosquito. That's what it did. Come to sucking my blood. Not today, mosquito. Were you a fan of mosquitoes? I doubt it. Nobody's a fan of mosquitoes.
My paranormal experience.
I think one of the most amazing things anyone could ever experience is that moment they make a connection with the other side.
I want to know where energy goes after you die. What happens after you pass?
It's brick, yeah.
I don't understand how you can't believe that there's something after you pass.
I was creeped out automatically.
Sprinting towards us at a very high rate.
Each investigation, each story, it has been 100% groundbreaking, more intelligent, and more intense than the other.
But you could feel almost as if there was something compelling me to grab it and move in forward.
That there was something there, it blows you away.
Kind of like something went through the 3 of us.
And it knew we were coming back because it's reading chapters to us.
Knows what you want to do, what you're going to do.
Spirits of Malvern Manor, we are here.
Who has arrived?
My name's Beth. What's your name?
Do you know there's a gate in this town that's a portal between heaven and earth?
And the evidence.
What room do you want us to go in?
That's just a bonus.
This is my paranormal experience.
My paranormal experience.
So we decided to start our investigation because of Valerie's claims as well as Jason's claims in the main hallway. And we started by doing a spirit box session.
I don't know what it is, but some kind of energy is in this building.
Oh, for sure. Yes.
And I don't know, like, I'm not gonna say evil because I don't feel evilness here, but there's definitely a darkness here.
The first thing that Beth says was, "My name is Beth, what is your name?" And almost immediately, a male voice comes through and says, "Mike."
My name's Beth. What's your name?
We went through a couple of different things, different responses came in, but the ones that stuck out was, I believe we got a man's name, Mike.
The next voice that we got, I found very interesting because it's intelligent. Beth asks if it knew who worked at the front desk inside the building. And you hear very, very quickly the word Valerie come through.
Do you know the lady that works in here in the office?
It said Valerie.
It did?
It said Valerie. I heard that.
Her name, that's right, her name is Valerie.
It was real fast. Valerie.
And Valerie is the one who is the city secretary of Skellytown. And her name came through. And when I heard that, I found that to be very interesting because that tells me there's an intelligence here. Whatever is in this building has an intelligence.
It said Valerie.
It did?
It said Valerie. I heard that. It said Valerie.
It did?
It said Valerie. I heard that.
So we decided to shift gears. Beth was asking, where are you inside the building right now? Where do you want us to go communicate with you at? Clearly, you hear locker room come up.
Where are you standing right now? Are you in here with us? Are you in the gym? I feel somebody in the boys' locker room. Are you in the boys' locker room?
You know, we're walking through those two front doors leading into the creepy hallway. It's pitch black. You can't see 2 inches in front of your face.
I just want to introduce ourselves. I'm Nathan.
Beth?
Scotty.
We hear that there are some very strange goings on down here. Employees don't like to venture here because of things that they hear and they see.
Once we get to the locker room area, Beth is investigating, and for some reason I'm compelled to just give her the camera and I ask, I want to know where spirit energy goes after you die.
I want to know where energy goes after you die.
How do you manifest?
After I ask these questions, Beth captures something I find very interesting.
There is something flickering coming right towards you right now from the doorway.
And she's following this pulsating thing shooting directly at me, and it starts to go up, and it's going the opposite direction, like in front of me. And Beth is actually following this thing.
In time, you start to realize what's dust and what's an insect. You can kind of almost even tell if it's got wings. Now, pulsating orbs, usually that's synonymous with something with a wing, but this was changing colors. It was changing sizes.
You know, we're really weird about orbs, but this one was kind of different. It was opaque, changing colors, pulsating.
A few seconds later, this same ball of energy actually shoots directly into my chest.
And at the end of towards the end of their investigation, as Beth had the camera on it, it completely disappeared into Nathan's chest.
Deflected off your face and went that way, and then it just came back from that direction and went into your chest.
My paranormal experience.
We start hearing these loud footsteps, like basketball sneakers, like screeching on the gymnasium floor as if someone's playing basketball.
We walk in there and we started hearing footsteps, and they were coming from literally every direction.
Are we walking right in the middle of your game?
As that happened, we were getting just bombarded from every direction with footsteps. It almost sounded like we were standing in the middle of a basketball game. You know, it wasn't, you didn't hear your typical squeaks of basketball sneakers, but the floor felt like there was a lot of footsteps going on in every which direction.
What was that?
I don't know, but I'm getting a really overwhelming feeling right now. Like, I'm kind of getting a dread feeling right now. I feel like if I walk over there, something's gonna happen.
As I am talking, Scotty is capturing something that we will discover later.
All right, Scotty, stay like right here, dude. Beth, come with me. Just like keep your distance, but stay close.
Wait, stop. What was that?
What the was that?
That was someone talking. Wait, stop. Wait, stop. Wait, stop. What was that?
What the was that?
That was someone talking. We heard you. You guys.
Dude, it is getting crazy right now.
I've got
chills
oh
everywhere.
my God.
We start getting really bad audio interference. And it was about that time where we hear this really loud boot step, like heavy boots walking, rushing right at us.
Okay, we're getting a little excited, but we're okay. It's okay. Keep coming closer to us.
And it freezes me dead in my tracks, as I heard it with my own ears.
I heard foot.
Oh my gosh, my heart
Dude, I
is
heard
racing,
boot steps, bro. Like over here, walking towards us.
We thought it would be a good idea to regroup at that point because our adrenaline's really high and things are happening. So we decide to just calm down, go back to base, and review our footage.
As Beth and Scotty are reviewing footage, they are absolutely shocked at what they discover.
Beth goes, "Did you see that?" And I was like, what are you talking about? So I rewinded it back, and she showed me the footage of the black mass peeking itself around the gym and doing that double take.
I'm getting a really overwhelming feeling right now. Like, I'm kind of getting a dread feeling right now.
Yep. Again.
I feel like
Yep, two times.
If I walk over
Yep.
there.
Here.
No, just stay there.
Okay.
It's got both of us.
Okay. I'll show you where to
Watch right in this area.
like right behind this pole right here.
I don't know,
Right
but
here.
I'm getting a really overwhelming feeling right now.
You see that bottom glass and that
Like, I'm
watch.
kind of getting a
And then it
dread
did it
feeling.
again right there.
I feel like
Yeah.
if I walk over there.
Yeah.
And when they told me to come look at it, I go over there and review the footage with them, and what Scotty documented, I have never seen.
We captured a shadow figure. Is the only way to explain it as far as I know. But it looked like somebody kind of like peeked out, saw us that we were there, and they'd go back.
At the point where I was turning around with the camera, I was panning the camera around to go look at what you were trying to see if you saw or not. We had what appears to us to be a head or a black mass or something.
I played every frame of that video over and over again. I got as close as I could, and which you don't even really have to do to see it, but I just wanted to make sure I was getting everything that everyone else was catching. And I think if anybody sits down and they look at that evidence, they'll be able to see that there is a head that pops out or some kind of shadow, and it changes shape, and then it goes back in pretty quickly. It's a split second. And really, that's also something that I've noticed. There is a type of behavior with spirit whenever it shows itself in a manifested person. As a person, they move a certain way, and it's fast.
We call Valerie back in so she can see the footage for herself.
I feel like
It's amazing. I mean, it's there. It's obviously there because it's open and shut. Something was there.
My paranormal experience.
It's night 2 of our Skellytown school investigation, and we set our attention on the darkest part of the building.
Alright, this is where it leads into the creepy hallway. We're gonna have to go through here, up this, and in there, so just think skinny.
Boy.
Think skinny for a minute. Put the camera this way.
This is something else.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. This is something right here. Are you kidding me?
This is the hall. This is the area where we got that
Oh my gosh.
thing.
I love this. Okay.
And right in there is the creepy hallway.
What? This is so weird. I'm having huge, major deja vu. Okay, oop, yep, temperature's dropping. Major.
Yep.
Okay, so is this the older part of the school?
Yep.
This
is the creepy hallway.
Okay. This is a creepy hallway.
I'm gonna just turn the light out real quick.
Well,
I want to
okay.
just show you how creepy and dark it is.
Wait. Oh, okay. Ooh, you look creepy. Sorry. You look like so creepy right now. I can't handle it. Okay. I forget what I'm doing.
Want to try the spirit box now?
Hell no. Let's get out of here. Oh my gosh.
Let's just see what happens. Because you're brand new. You've never been here before.
I have no
Let's
previous-
try it. Let's just try it. Here. Let's just
Ah.
hold it in your hand.
Okay. Jeez. Okay. Spirit box. Hey. Who's down there? Oh, yeah.
What did it say? What did it say, bro?
He said the devil. So the first thing that I asked was, who's here with us? And I heard the spirit box came back and said, the devil.
The response that she got, I didn't hear it when it first happened, but when we went to the playback and reviewed the footage, you can clearly hear it say, the devil.
Who's down there? Who's down there?
Are you
I told
kidding
you
me?
what I saw. I'm telling you. I know for a fact something is not good here.
It said the devil?
It said the devil.
We decided to go further down to investigate this area because we just got a really intelligent response from the question that Kara had just asked. And, you know, as we get down to the entrance of the creepy hallway, we both hear what sounds like a male and a female talking.
I'm telling you, man.
I felt like this screeching inside of me, like I couldn't tell if I was hearing it, or if it was coming through the spirit box, or if it was just inside of me. I don't know why. And then it sounded like a door or some kind of banging is going on.
What the hell was that sound?
Who was that? Hello?
It definitely was a woman.
Who's with us? We were standing there and we had heard a female voice say something.
Not only did Kara and I hear this voice with our own ears, it was also captured on both of our cameras' audio.
Or if it was coming through the spirit box or if it was just inside of me. I don't know why. And then it sounded like a door or some kind of banging is going on. Or if it was coming through the spirit box or if it was just inside of me. I don't know why. And then it sounded like a door or some kind of banging is going on.
My paranormal experience.
Kara and I were in that creepy hallway area for about, I don't know, a good 10-15 minutes. And, after we got all these responses and got all this activity, we wanted to really go back to base camp, meet up with Beth, gather around, and review this evidence on the spot. So, literally, I think it was moments after you turn on the spirit box, we get a very disturbing response. We were able to do a playback and actually see what we captured.
Who's down there?
Oh, that.
What did it say?
The
What did it say, bro?
He said the devil.
Wow.
That's a white noise and then
The devil.
It was a very like insane moment. It was probably one of the more clear things I'd ever heard. I think what like added to it was the whole setting, like getting there.
Yeah.
So it's like the farther back you go, the more excited, like nervous.
Right.
I started to feel like you just know something. And I got really nervous about turning on this.
The spirit box.
The spirit box.
Yep. You can't get any clearer than that.
No, that was very.
That is crystal freaking clear.
Yeah, it was. And it was right after she asked. Like, it wasn't like there was anything in
It
between.
was literally direct response.
It was just like, that's the first response right after she said, who is that?
After reviewing our captures, we will now focus our attention on the other side of the building.
Oh. What's that? Did something just pass in between me and Beth?
I did. It says I did. I did. It says I did. Yep.
You can come in here with us if you want to. We're here to visit you.
As we are walking around the main hallway area, the Ovulus says ghost.
Oh, calm down. Ghost.
Is it ghost?
It said ghost.
Where's the ghost at? Sure does say ghost.
Why are you here? I clean. I clean. I clean. You clean?
Some.
Some. Is that why there's not a lot of dust in the hallways?
All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna use the SLS camera.
Yep, I'm just gonna walk around with it, see if I can't get anything to map up.
Scotty's wife Perla has joined us for this investigation, and as we are getting started, I notice that something is wrong with her, as if she's having an experience.
Are you standing by the piano?
You all right? Something touched your head? Are you okay? Talk, Perla. Are you okay?
Yeah, it freaked me out a little bit.
May I take over the camera?
I'm okay.
Are you sure? Okay. Yeah, if you Just like he was saying, if you feel something, you tell us.
Scotty got out the SLS camera, and we decided to just kind of fill the place out, see what we would capture, because this area is where Jason Rushing heard his high heel footstep experience.
But I could distinctly hear high heels walking down the hallway.
And it was the experience that was so defining for him that he had to pull his gun. So we decided to investigate that area more. We're walking around where the piano and all the stationary things are in that area. And as he has the camera on the piano, it maps out a figure.
Did you go somewhere else?
That mean yes?
If that means yes, shut it off. Oh, he's back. I think it's shaped weird, dude.
It's like sitting on the piano.
Are you gonna play piano?
Wow.
Unless that's just mapping the piano. It might just be mapping the piano, man.
Yeah, you've been on it this whole time and it never ever did anything.
Go on the other side from the side view.
I feel like if it was mapping the piano, it would have done it like right when you pointed it at the piano.
Go to the other side of the piano and shoot from the side like you were.
That's what I'm gonna do. If it pops up.
Right away, we don't know if this is paranormal or not. Because, we're not sure if it's just mapping at the piano or what it is. So instead of just coming to the conclusion that, oh my gosh, it's paranormal, we wanted to do what we could to debunk everything we can before we call it that. Scotty goes around the other side of the piano just to see if it might, map something out.
I'm not getting nothing popping up. Let me... move more in front of it.
Is it that flower arrangement on top of the piano?
No.
You would think you'd get it from both sides if it was.
Yeah. But nothing's popping up on this side.
Do you remember a fire? No, that said my name.
It did. It said Kara.
No, that said my name.
It did. It said Kara.
I had this feeling like someone was waiting for me. That's why I keep asking about it.
Ready.
4. You were ready for me?
I was thinking the same thing.
Could you honestly, without a doubt, say that the Skellytown school has a haunting going on?
Yes.
My thoughts with the Skellytown school is whatever spirit or spirits linger in that school, they're not afraid of us.
The Skellytown school is a truly iconic place. It's a very special place. And I know there's more than just this main entity. I believe there are residual hauntings that happen here. I believe that the past echoes within the walls.
But I do think that whatever likes to hang out in the creepy hallway just wants to be left alone for the most part. And if you disturb it, I don't think he wants to hurt you. I just think he wants to scare you out of this space.
I wholeheartedly believe that the Skellytown school is absolutely 100% haunted. By what? We still don't have those answers yet.
opportunity to return back to Malvern Manor is truly an honor.
Majority of negativity around here seems to be dealing with this entity that's calling himself Number One.
It likes to remind you that, hey, don't forget you're at the Malvern.
Who has arrived?
It knows what you're thinking. It knows what you want to do, what you're going to do.
And I could see this dark figure above me.
Spirits of Malvern Manor, we are here.
I heard 4 really heavy boots that
was crazy. It was a profound experience.
And it only said 2 words. It said, bring God.
My paranormal experience.